so. Now God don't do one for me. Change my story. Now God don't do one for me. Plenty thank you, plenty thank you, plenty thank you.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
To have a refreshing day, listen to Epic Radio. So refreshing.
.30 in our time for Studio Clock. Good morning, Faith Chan. Good morning, Sierra Leone, and warm greetings to our lovely listeners across the world. And whether you time the morning, afternoon, or evening, I want to welcome you to the Epic Morning Show. And of course, we are broadcasting live from our studios at 54 Ilcott Road, Freetown, Sierra Leone, and on frequency modulation 99.3. The Epic Morning Show, 2 hours 30 minutes program, we divided into two engaging segments. And in the first segment of the Epic Morning Show, we bring guests to discuss on critical issues that demand critical answer. And of course, in the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, if you review the front pages of our newspapers, and also invite analysts to break down and analyze the major stories that makes the headlines. So it is Thursday, the 29th day of May 2025, and I'm your host Ivan Julius Lee. Stay with me for another informative and insightful show. And of course, inside the Epic Morning Show, Corridor Mining's Limited claims $173 million paid in task, and will the ACC investigate? That's what we're asking this morning. So thank you very much for choosing us this morning, and thank you for at least don't plan for spend the next 2 hours 30 minutes with me, and I'll show you no go regret spending that particular time with me. And I want to say plenty thank you for we choose we as number one breakfast show in the country. And of course, it's sunny around the city of Freetown in the month of May. A lot of people actually don't believe, say, we don't think, say, well, rain for don't begin a calm, I say don't begin a calm, but moving towards the end of May, we are approaching the 6th month in the year 2025. I mean, it seems like yesterday when we wish ourselves happy new year, but we're fast approaching the end of the 5th month. So to go for a short break, and when we come back, we go take a morning's message for today. Stay tuned. Alright, so welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick TV, Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM. You're in a distant part of Freetown. If you get the opportunity for listening to it through Choice FM, and also our Facebook live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Our morning is a message for today for every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. So if you're into something and you feel like you're not successful in that particular thing day, just try very hard and know say there is a greater opportunity or there's a greater appointment where you feel like you're going to utilize very well, and when you come back, definitely you will come back strong. So we're going towards the end of May 2025, and probably a lot of plans don't be made that this particular first half of the year XYZ couldn't be achieved, but at some point you feel like you're having a drawback, like things are not supposed, or things need to work the way it's supposed to be. So but when you have that kind of a retreat and come back, and it makes you say that you believe in yourself, and you will come back very strong. So just believe in coming back and not feel like you set back or whatever thing they hold you back. That's the permanent situation or your permanent destination. So just believe in yourself that you can work on it and you can do it well, and the comeback definitely should be strong. So this now morning's message for today, make sure you use it wisely. Today the 29th day of May 2025, and so that you get a productive days, weeks, months, and years ahead. So to go for another break, and we'll come back. We'll go take a background to the topic of discussion. Stay tuned, no go no side.
Hold your fire. And Janet from this Rastafari. Yesterday cannot be the same. People are crying for change, nowhere to go. Just today I heard a yard man say, system dreams, system dreams. Too much honest PRC. We walk over there, we walk everywhere, for nothing at all. We walk over here, we walk over there, we walk everywhere, but I man say, rise up again, rise up again, rise up again, rise up again.
Ah yes, First Bank. First Bank don't make am easy for we. We can go do banking transaction na the office na all. Just look for any kiosk or shop, any side where you see the First Bank agent sign. Just go inside and do all your banking transaction, like for deposit or draw money, you want transfer money or open account. E not tap there, like you want recharge your phone, pay bill, and plenty other banking transaction there. With the USSD code when a 984, where you go dial na your phone, you can able check your balance, transfer money, pay your utility bill them like you EDSA bill. First Bank, you first. First Bank Sierra Leone is a subsidiary of First Bank Nigeria Limited.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
Rise up again, my people. Rise up again. Rise up again. It's joy. Rise up again. It's no. Uplift yourself, my people.
Alright, and welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM and Slick Television Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM. You're in a distant part of Freeton's F. You can listen to it through Choice FM and of course our Facebook Live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And most of the roofing sheets we can use of course get plenty problems like leakages, complicated nail smack, short lifespan, and poor weather resistance and more. Self-lock roofing sheet by JBS Industry are produced with advanced technology that guarantees no leakages, no nail smack, and they are the best for our weather and have long lifespan. Built to withstand rain, sun, and wind with a long-lasting guarantee. So, and if you want for order, you can call them on 077-858132, 077-858132, or you can visit them factory at Mami Drive, Liverpool Street, Benguma Road, Waterloo. Self-lock roofing sheets, of course, well, a guarantee, trust me, a guarantee, and of course they belong for Sierra Leone toughest weather. So if you want to do business with them, as I say, you can reach them on telephone number 077-858132, or you can letter reply again to Koidu Holdings from 13 lawyers representing the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone. So it's a back and forth, talking about defamation, incitement, all those kind of activities, threatening to go to court or wanting to go to court. It has been tough along the way. So for instance, we see Koidu Holdings now. They are saying they claim they paid 173 million in tax and royalties to the government of Sierra Leone, and of course the company is now calling the Anti-Corruption Commission (ACC) and of course the Parliament Public Account Committee to investigate how these funds were used. Pointing to what it described as lack of visible government investment in Kono district, and where of course it operates. So whether you think they are at some point overstepping the boundaries or not, or probably they won't forget a clarity, or they won't for clear the name then say, okay, so many accusations don't be made towards Koidu Holdings that they are not paying tax. Waiting supposed for happen, or waiting and supposed for do corporate social responsibility not be met. So many things around it is whether they want for clear the name or they are overstepping the boundaries. They are stretching their limitation. So that's also going to discuss in the show this morning, and they expect to get somebody from the ACC, and that's by the name of we get first Melvin Timansai, we are a journalist, and also we get Alex Eba, we are the Public Relations Assistance Anti-Corruption Commission. They will join me in the studio shortly, and for me we discuss whether if ACC first therefore look into this claim we Koidu Holdings don't make, and whether then don't stretch the limitation. So that's what we're going to discuss in the program this morning. So stay tuned, no go inside, keep me coming for the next 1 hour 20 to 25 minutes. Stay tuned.
I see, rise up again, rise up again, rise up again, my people.
Alright, and welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick TV, Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM. You're in the eastern part of Freetown. You can listen to yourself to Choice FM and our Facebook Live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And thank you very much for choosing us this morning. We get the Public Relations Assistant, ACC, Alex Ba. Alex, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, Ivan. Good morning, listeners.
I'm tempted to say it's been super long.
Yes,
Okay.
not that long, because I always there within the corridors.
Okay.
Radio stations.
All right, so we don't see this claim, but before this claim, let's talk about ACC involvement in the issue that has to do with Koidu Holdings and that of the First Lady. I mean, some set of people don't bash at the ACC because they were saying at some point, because of the issue with Koidu Holdings and that of the First Lady, I mean, the role way ACC play I mean, the salon people and perception of what they think. I mean, through social media, if you go, you see a lot of people, they talk plenty thing. I mean, there was this case when I say Koidu Holdings get immediately after the bashing between Koidu Holdings and that of the First Lady, and people are saying whether this is coincidence or whether it's way of fighting for the First Lady. It's something where salon people and still the one that say waiting on the happen. So what has been the involvement of ACC and that of the case between Koidu Holdings and that of the First Lady?
Yes, thank you so much. First off, we need for anchor this conversation. Well, we see a press release, a press statement where Octia Limited and be pulled, and in that press statement they mention the ACC on two areas. The very first area where they mention the ACC, that we don't clear them off of all charges, then of all allegations, then corruption allegations, then we be they investigate them. And another thing also where they make mention, where they reference the ACC, now that we get to do with the First Lady. Then make a lot of allegations then inside that press release. There are things that really were misleading. Where they mention, say, we don't investigate the office of the First Lady for misuse of monies then and what have you. So then there be warrants we for set the record straight. So on the 8th of May we pull a press release. In that press release we capture then two things there inside Octia Limited, the own press statement where they reference the Anti-Corruption Commission. And the relevance of Dandy now for counter that misleading information in the way completely untrue and for set the record straight. First off, of course, we make it clear that we get subsisting investigations with comments about 2 months ago before we even pull that press statement, or before they come on, that we investigate them. But at no point in time did we clear them off of all of the things that we investigate them on. We make that very clear. And interestingly, you see them press release even when they pull recently, I think a few days back. One of the things they mentioned, we also capture my attention. In fact, when I read the thing, I was like, I don't even know that maybe they advised them or that the author some of them press release and they. Because it's very contradictory, and they expose them in serious ways. One thing where they mention we make a reference, even what you will be saying with press release, that we not clear them off of any charges or any of the allegations they would investigate. In the recent press statement, they make it clear in the second page under the evidence, portion where they write about, then say, of course, the ACC, following the fact that we not communicate to them, they assume, say, we don't clear them off of all the issues or they investigate them, something like that. If you read them verbatim, you'll see that. But we need to understand, do you assume if you are being investigated by the commission and there is no point in time when a formal communication has been made to you, that is to tell you the status of the investigation, and you get even any right for abort the thoughts, for even go out now and make an assumption that you've been cleared of all the things that would investigate, it makes no sense in every shape and form of it. So now even the press statement a few days ago, they mentioned that. So when I read that, I was like, what are even these guys up to? So basically we position in all of this now for set the record straight. Now first off, we not clear them of any of the issues that they investigate them, which even them press statement.
But this scam recently, this scam has the heated bashing between the First Lady and that of Koidu Holdings, and people would wonder why ACC not be come out and say, well, we still get pending issue with Koidu Holdings, we not solve it. But this scam when the battle or the bashing really heated.
This scam at the dawn of the press statement.
Okay.
Yes. And I am sure all of we are go attest to that. When they pull them press release, when they mention the ACC, that was when we come, because we owe them to the general public, because that was completely misleading. That yes, indeed, we get an investigations, and investigating multinational companies, again, complexities. But in that press statement, they will make it adequately clear that, of course, the issues they will investigate Corridor Holdings for, it border around issues on tax evasion and avoidance. And companies them where then they operate in Sierra Leone, institutions them, they need for pay and own up to the tax system, to NRA.
Okay.
And so if we get reasons for institute investigations on tax evasion, then we need for reach at some point before we even they come out to the public. And they've been coming to the ACC. We don't get a lot of interviews with the president of Octia Limited. So now investigations will be done comments. That now one. But we also get a range of other issues then, because these are complaints then where most of a good number of them staff then become and can make to the ACC. Where then they be warrantry follow institutes and investigations they into the dealings of Corridor Holdings. So not to, for whatsoever when we then get with either the first lady or anybody, because that is not to a point of we actions them. We get staff them from Corridor Holdings, we can make reports, and the reports then we then can make then reach with threshold, and we decide to, yes, this needs an investigation, because these are very, very serious issues, serious allegations there. And so we comment investigations, but we only come out to the public because at that material point there, of course, it was not mature for Larry can tell the public that this and this, because this now part of widespread investigations. We don't comments on different companies them na salon on issues around this. So Octia Limited or Corridor Holdings are one of them companies then they. But where then go ahead and then go write a press statement and then mention the ACC
and
on things that were completely misleading, and we were bound at that material point there for set the record straight, and I done the way exactly.
Thank you very much. We don't be joined in the studio by Melvin Tim and Say. Melvin, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Thank you very much for having me.
And we don't talk about this Corridor Holdings, First Lady, the heated and the stuff within the Corridor Holdings and the First Lady. But now, we see Corridor Holdings now, they accuse government, say, well, MPP tax of $173 million to the government of Sierra Leone and as tax, and probably through the NRA. We want to say Corridor Holdings, don't they stretch the limit, or don't they cross the boundary? Or boundaries to put it?
Well, for the fact that their letter is addressed to the Commissioner of the Anti-Corruption Commission, and a paragraph of which, the first paragraph that cites that the ACC and Parliamentary Public Accounts Committee investigate how government done the use, that in itself is a message inside a message. For me, I find them very ironical, because in the statement, one hand, they ask the ACC ask the First Lady for burden of proof of evidence to claim on brown envelopes and dogs in government. Apparently, on the other hand, this same company where they ask ACC for investigating and ask Auditor General's finding on the office of the First Lady for 2019, ACC technically deflected your job when it came to that issue.
Yes, and then go back.
Yes. So they use fine language. So for say it is misrepresented, perhaps it is over summarized. But there were actual issues against the First Lady's office as picked up in the 2019 audit report that, in my opinion, the ACC watered down. And let me just justify how they watered them down. If you go back to them, then if you go to the statement back then, they said there are issues. They said the issues around the recommendations of the Auditor General have been referred to the what they call prevention department. Basically telling you that, although we not found nothing according to the other statement, they I will cover the dates. I get another one buff with literature. Basically, they were saying that, we don't find no wrongdoing, but the issue that the Auditor General raised on the office of the First Lady, would they refer to the prevention department, and we can't follow up, And after that, 4 years ago, ACC not ever counted to the public for talking with them with follow-up findings on whether the Auditor General's recommendations have been so whether Koidu was misrepresented, I am not a lawyer. I am not here for holding any brief for anybody rather than me country Sierra Leone. So ACC, like I say, they're not being consistent at all. Then on the issue of Koidu Holdings, it's so ridiculous. Not just within the circumstances of the First Lady back and forth letters, then ACC come out for make a clarification. The clarification was important because indeed, if they say they were misrepresented in the media space, you get a right to reply and can clarify, which they did. I think they get very competent directors, like the media director, Mr. Sandy, and others. But where the ACC, in my opinion, in this case, remiss, like I don't establish earlier on, they never came back to the public. They never came back to the public. There are several issues when they talk about the ACC, the inconsistency. They never tell the public that they were investigating Koidu Limited. Only now for let the circumstance arise, then do that. Why? No wonder you see Koidu Holdings, they technically accuse them of being very partial, being influenced.
According to Alex, they say now we Koidu Holdings mention a name in a press release, make themselves come and say, well, let's have a clarity.
This is an inconsistent SEC.
Well, there's so much concern around that particular situation there, Alex.
Okay. First off, I will start for make response to the very first thing we ask. We get to do with me rather in concern with the express as to why we come out only when the Koidu Holdings they misrepresent we. You see, the Anti-Corruption Commission, yes, at the camp. The Anti-Corruption Commission, it's a professional, intelligence-led and investigative outfit. We get permutations that we guide, we work. We know when and how they come out to the public, quite informed by waiting guide we work where we don't do, and within the boundaries and scope of the law. But now, I mentioned earlier on that these investigations into Koidu Holding, not an investigation in isolation, now part of a broad investigations into companies then, now a widespread investigation into companies on issues then we border around tax evasion and avoidance, labor issues, and many other issues then we could belong comments and investigations there. And we don't just start investigations, that we have tons of issues that we investigate on a daily basis. We receive hundreds of complaints on a weekly basis as a commission. And so we get guidelines the way the guide we work. And like I mentioned, investigating multinational companies, it's very complex. And so we get stages then where they reach, where they inform the public. So even when you mention the one we get for do with the SLFA or so, when we call that press conference, we had issues then we spell out to the public then when are the outcome of the investigations at that material point, because we think at that point they will belong to a certain threshold, and we had to inform the public, and we're very consistent on that.
Well, but those particular things that happen seems to get a clash with how the public review this. When you talk about the Slafa issue, it was a day before the conference or congress or whatever, and that a lot of people view and say probably this this man in chances for or in chance for making become a continued Slafa president. So there are a lot of issues with there around that day, and in the midst of heated bash between the First Lady and that of Koidu Holdings, una come back and say una get issues with Koidu Holdings, una continue for the investigate them. So probably una can do the right thing at the wrong time.
So you see, timelines not the guide and inform we work. As in external timelines. We have our own timelines as a commission. So if it happens, say at that material point there, it can't coincide and all, we don't countenance externalities. Largely in our investigations, we investigate on the basis of the clear-cut guidelines and permutations there, where they inform we work. So that has to be made clear. And now, for continue on this issue where they talk about, now, we had comments investigations, And we will not be reached that threshold as with other matters, because when we call press conference, we don't just call press conference. We they put out a range of issues. When at the outcome of that particular investigation, they will make we call that press conference. And we not only reach this point in this matter here. And like I say, this is a multinational companies. Some of the issues that even when they investigate get to do with even some of the payments of some experts there, that we realize that for evade taxes them, some of the experts and as far as investigations reveal at that material point, even where we had to mention in the press statement on the 8th of May that some of them are being paid even in South Africa. So for avoid paying them or paying their taxes, then are sharing. So all of those are the issues. So we not be to reach that point today for come out to the public, but we were bound based on the fact that we were misrepresented for come and set the record straight. And now the second point we get to do with the office of the First Lady. The issues that we investigate, now issues that we get to do with the allocations then. If those allocations then to the office of the First Lady, they are being done the right way, or if the government also get right in any way on making such allocations to the office of the First Lady. And we don't investigate issues independently as the mentioned circumstance. Our investigations are comprehensive. Every single investigations we do, they are comprehensive. And in fact, like I rightly mentioned circumstance, the nature of a particular matter, they inform the manner in which we're approaching it, because our investigations, they are evidence based. So when we had that reason for investigate the office of the First Lady, we first off come out to the public that with the comment investigations on issues around public funds allocated to the office and how those funds are being used. We make that declare to the public. And at the end of we extensive investigations on that issues, the outcome, we put them out in a press release, 2 pages. We set out all of the issues by issues. That we don't investigate this issue. And first off, these are allocations then based on precedent that had been made for how many years to previous office of the First Lady. And first off, what you need to understand, we also spell out in that press statement there on the conclusion of that investigations there. Now that the office of the First Lady, not to any office were created by statute or whatsoever.
Imagine a conventional
yes, at the
office.
camp. Yes.
Yeah.
We make them clear. And beyond that, we make them also clear that monies have also, the precedent shows, have been allocated to the office of the First Lady. And not so now it starts based on what we investigation reveal. But we not just stop there. We make it clear that now we're putting preventive measures in spite of the fact that this is something where don't be a precedent over the years, but now with a prevent on how those monies would also be used and accounted for. That's not the first one. But secondly, we also make it clear that in fact there had been even larger allocations before this time to previous First Ladies. And interestingly, Melvin, you and I know that now the truth of the matter is, at least we're seeing that allocations, the way they make over the years to this office, now we're seeing initiatives them where we're all happy about that have been taken by the First Lady. So in spite of the fact that nothing we done they happen over the years, and at least there are commendable initiatives undertaken now, but nonetheless we get with prevention team for go look at the office there, how those funds have been managed, because these are public monies.
So there is a situation now. Corridor Holdings asking the ACC for investigate the government of Sierra Leone. I mean, in terms of pay $173 million through NRA for tax. What's within the ACC story gets to do this information? Will the ACC get to investigate, or which will not get to do?
So the issues then we investigate Corridor Holdings on, then more or less border around tax evasion and avoidance. So we get reasons there at this point for belief say there are issues of taxes not being paid to government.
And they are saying now they don't pay.
Exactly. So that's now a point of investigations. So, and we investigations are comprehensive. So when we get to that point, when we don't investigate clearly for no, you pay taxes, so that you pay to where, so we have to corroborate. So at the end of that investigation, then definitely will they come out to the public. But if you read the press statement of the Koidolins, I mentioned something before even my brother they come here. I should say you also read through that. Under the second page, under the evidence side, you know, it's contradictory. In fact, like I even stated earlier on, I asked myself a lot of questions. Would that been the advice Koidu Holdings? Or would that been the offer some of them press statement? That's on the very first page, they call out on the ACC. But on the second page, under the evidence, they mention, say, being that the ACC, no, we don't communicate to we assume. Do you even assume?
Well, that's
when investigations have been commenced?
Without only a brief for them, I think that is as a result of the vacuum.
No,
the lapse of communication on your side.
Now, at the camp, now
because you cannot hang a matter of such nature in an aethus.
Now, Melvin.
So the capitalized silence is consent.
Let guide with through why I even mentioned that. We know the comment investigations, and you are the point of investigation, and you know wait. Not until we come and can make clear that we're waiting at the outcome of investigations. And they even mentioned, I think, in the last days of March or so, when they last, because we had a lot of interviews with the president. And then come out there, a few weeks later, they can pull a press statement that we had cleared them of all charges. How can you even do that? How can you even abort such, have such thoughts? For even do such that? So that is in fact completely contradictory and very indicting.
And a silence on your part, which they capitalize on.
No, because now
if
we have
an active investigation.
Now, Melvin, we get your time frame
to tell them that we not complete this matter yet. We still investigating now.
So if you want that,
we can do one segment defense.
What would you do in such circumstance? You have all the right to reach out to the ACC for ask questions.
But if the ACC not make a letter, no say we are investigating you still.
But then you not mention say you reached out and asked questions and answers were not provided. You could reference such.
No, but you cannot.
Of course. If you are being investigated,
I would agree with you. They skew the information because of silence on the part of the ACC. If ACC for me don't explain that.
So like I mentioned two things. We talk to the public. As and when we feel say we don't reach to that threshold. Sometimes
that's why initially I said
to that point definitely when they come out to the public. That's one. But also second, if we not come out to the public, then you are providing support in investigations.
So I think for me,
to come out a week later and say you assume what's assumption?
So for me,
if
so let's
use assumption. You kept them
censorship.
Silence.
What I'm saying, so gentlemen, what I'm saying in this situation, Melvin and Alex,
completely disappointing statement.
All right, it's your
at this point now, what you really do?
So what I'm saying,
press release and we press statement on the 8th. That sets the record straight. That we're investigating them.
That's the point. How can you set a record straight on something that is not on record in the first place?
The thing I want to say, Alex. So gentlemen, hold on. Okay, hold on. Melvin and Alex, hold on. Okay, so Melvin and Alex, so hold on. What do they say?
It's not in contention. So that is the record.
No.
What was the public? Yes, public. Like I said, this now.
You listen to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We'll go for short break, and when we come back, we will continue with the program. Stay tuned.
The rain dey about for start. I'm sure you know say you roof dey. Say the only way that is unique na in your own way. That make most of the roof zinc wey we dey use dey give us so many problems like leakage, broken nail mark, dem panel wey weak wey no dey tey, wey no able the weather condition, and broken other thing dem. Now I get good news for you. JBS don introduce self-lock roofing zinc dem. Self-lock roofing zinc dem dey produce am with advanced technology wey guarantee e no get no leakage, no nail mark. Na the brace for the weather and it will last long. The other good thing about self-lock roofing zinc, it even cheaper than the other roofing zinc them that the market. When you get to self-lock roofing zinc, they're every rain and then warm sun waking cherry eye. Every breeze when they blow, no they scare you again.
I don't deal spend for roofing zinc them for the past years and them all they fail me. Some they leak bad one, some they rust quick and some ask for install. But ever since them introduced me to self-lock roofing zinc, all things don't change. Me home done safe and dry and no more disappointment or boku stress. Me office use for leak bad one anytime it rain. Water can flop all about and they damage documents and even equipment them working cost me boku couple and this can frustrate me and they cost me heavy one. But ever since I switched to self-lock roofing zinc, not even a single drop I the experience again. No more leakage and no more losses. Now the best roofing decision we I don't ever make.
I don't work with all kind of roofing zinc over the years and most of them just not the last. Poor quality, the ask for install and all time the client them they end up for callback and complain. But from where I don't know about self-lock roofing zinc, everything don't change. Them strong, easy for fix and it last long. Now the only roofing zinc I they recommend and I believe I'm for work.
If you want for buy boku, call me na 077-858-132 or visit me na we factory na Mimi Drive, Liverpool Street, Bengima Waterloo. Self-lock roofing zinc, it guarantee them bill for salon tough weather.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
On Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And now let's continue the conversation. Sorry, Alex, the situation here is ACC gets a case, a pending case with Koidu Holdings, and we get to do with tax as well. Now Koidu Holdings safely request ACC for investigate, and we get to do it. They don't pay taxing people, including myself now. How? Because I don't want to go back. The Commissioner General involvement in the Commissioner, ACC Commissioner involvement in, going to social media, talking about the letters the way Koidu Holdings, the lawyers they pull, whether it's defamatory or not. Was trying to be defensive that it is not defamatory and all. But let's talk about how fair will this investigation. We at some point will not investigate Koidu Holdings, and now Koidu Holdings now will not investigate for task, and now Koidu Holdings now the action for investigate the government, say they don't pay tax to them.
So we make it clear and consistently so in some of their engagements there that the issues then will investigate the Koidu Holdings on border around allegations of tax evasion, labor practices, and also some financial issues, irregularities generally. So those investigations are comprehensive. So if we investigate of tax evasion, of course we not just investigate the companies then, but sometimes evidence can lead we for also investigate the institution we may be they in charge or ensure say they comply also. So those investigations are broad, and so generally, as far as we concern as a commission, we believe say companies then government institutions or institutions then generally then for comply with all of the laws them including payment of taxes them. So now I make a statement very clear that for even let me brother I understand that investigations on Octia or Koidu Holdings not to an investigation in isolation.
So investigation on governments now, is it that this 173 million we Koidu Holdings would only pay tax to government? So ACC therefore investigate.
So it's still consistent with waiting I don't state. Investigations are comprehensive. We don't just investigate one, but our investigations can also direct we for investigate other institutions then, because waiting we keen on now if at all then pay taxes, because all of them taxes they already they pay, they're important for contributes to revenue at the end of the day for let the government machinery is able to operate. So any attempts by anybody, whether the institution now or the institution where they in charge now, for circumvent them processes there, definitely will be meted by the actions then we stated in anti-corruption law and other regulations then. So now they form part of the broad investigations where we they do, and our investigations are always fierce, but they are always fair. But waiting, we need for make abundantly clear and assure the public that the issues there and the issues that we come to our attention, because we get a number of people and we come and can make the reports there. And we don't comment this for over 2 months ago, and it's a complex issue, but we focus now for ensure say we go down to the right under the issue and able for uncover exactly waiting happen, and definitely we go come out to the public as always for inform them, and if at all we they take actions, then waiting at the actions then we will they take. We focus not to for investigate on the card of anybody. We get the boundaries and scope of the law with the guide we work, and then they inform you.
All right, so for clarity's sake, we reach out to NRA and that of Koidu Holdings, but well, they're not able to respond or probably reply to a message, and either we calls there will make well, ACC seems to be very diplomatic in answering this question. But Melvin, I mean, we look at a situation where in Koidu Holdings go ahead and say why ACC need for investigate the government of Sierra Leone, or the government to be precise, like it's lack of visible government investment. I mean, according to what they say, feel like even the side where then they knock on all the streets, like better thing nearly happen there, in as much as them believe say them pay tax, and then go furthermore, like different agencies them go. NIA was there, NMA, NASIT, they don't find them wanting in any of them in their way. They don't be accused of so. I mean, there is so much controversy in these particular issues where they happen so now. But let's talk about whether if Koidu Holdings don't stretch them powers, they don't overuse. See, there's a situation where we don't overstep boundaries.
Firstly, again, we get all the I can there from morning to night criticize ACC, but at the end of the day, it's a Sierra Leonean institution, or critique the First Lady. But the fact remains there. For once, we understand from my own perspective that if Koidu Holdings, the claim that 173 million has been paid to the government, and the ACC should investigate. Firstly, other than for investigating this case, NRA, NMA, Ministry of Mines, or the Finance Ministry? That is the first question. And if they are to investigate them for what? This sounds ridiculous. And that's again, I make ACC, and I will find a soft spot for ACC on this issue, actually. Because if ACC is part of the SLEITI reporting mechanism, they are part of the old mechanism that monitors the extractive industry. And there is a 2024 report already out, as cited. There is an issue alleged against Koidu Holdings as to how they are managing funds from the mineral proceeds. So, if Koidu Holdings, they get the guts for cancel ACC for investigating the government, that is an insult. It's not only an insult, but you ask yourself, why? Waiting that kind gumption day. And I will tell you, and because of forget, a lame dog or a toothless bulldog ACC. Again, I deliberately want to forget the conversation, but what are they push me for get a debate? So since he asked for a debate, let's go for a debate. ACC, by virtue of the act as amended in 2019, I want to tell them before they face that they violated provisions of section 5.2 in their very act. By the simple fact that they are saying that when they can inform the public, now then discretion. It's not discretionary. If you read the provisions of section 5.2 in the ACC Amendments Act, it says ACC is autonomous and independent that accounts to the people of Sierra Leone. The ACC failed to account to the people of Sierra Leone on the Koidu Limited issue. Point blank. They should accept that in moving forward. All right. Again, let me just go to my notes for Koidu Holdings, because I think they are the elephants in the room. Not don't waste too much energy on the ACC, because they already get their own modus operandi with many people, not strange to many people. Now, again, Koidu Holdings, in a bid for react to the lots of issues within their plate and allegations against them, they are taking our attention from the bigger picture, which is one, is their closure justifiable? Two, did they comply with the contractual agreements where they get with in the collective bargaining arrangements?
So where Koidu Limited the attempt for pull a plug now the government in Yai because of what we know see the first lady don't talk, so we get dogs in government and brown envelope collectors. From what I see that the insult this Koidu Holdings the Express. Again, they are saying the ACC is vague and bogus. I will not say they are bogus, but they are a bit vague. They are vague for the fact that they are only coming out after the back and forth between the First Lady and Koidu Limited. That's when ACC can. Yeah.
Now, as a commission, I mean, you don't make a known. I think waiting hinge that we get a responsibility. Of course, for be accountable to the public or for telling them what they do. And that is exactly why we're here. And that is exactly what we've been doing. But waiting we for understand now that we not the compromise integrity for speed. Melvin here, he's a journalist, he's a professional. But when it comes to investigations, complex investigations in financial institutions, I don't feel say he gets that knowledge, get knowledge on how the ACC they do your work. We are a professional intelligence-led and investigative body. So we need a compromise speed for public sentiments or sensation. Because when we go to court, if we compromise speed, it could even, if we focus on speed, it could even compromise the evidences that we want to forget. At that point, so we get timelines on we investigations, and we go by those timelines. And secondly, he mentioned a lot of issues there on the fact that if the ACC investigate now and all, I don't seem to understand really the point where they try for hammer home. Now at the camp, and I don't seem to understand why you know they support that aspect there. I don't feel like I don't even know which they hammer home. But the point here now, this is an investigation, even from we press release on the 8th of May. Where even all of the releases there where they don't pull, not dispute or not contend, is that we don't commence these investigations way before this time. So that is not to say the releases they now where the reference now in the informal reactions. No, we don't commence these investigations 2 months ago. So now, exactly. So I can say we not a compromise. We not a compromise speed and public sensation. I can't listen because at that point there, like even when you mention at some point that we were bound for set the record straight when we were being misled, and that is our responsibility. But now, good, you feel like we should have done that before. This is not about your feeling. I did tell you about what is guided. I did tell you about, and this is not about morality, because when you go to the court, it's not about morality. So I did come.
You're out of court settlement. Are you determined with the law?
Yes, because Section 89 of we Amendment Act, we provide that, and that is articulated.
It's a moral privilege and shining law given to you.
Good, but you need to talk about morality, and I suppose. So I think you need to understand this thing.
Gentlemen, my point, we not actually get better time, Alex. We not get plenty of time. We point where I want for ask now. Where I feel like I don't get it right. Answer I want to get as per now, whether if ACC gets to look into well, Koidu Holdings don't say $173 million don't be paid to the government of Sierra Leone through NRA if ACC gets to investigate. I know there are issues before now, but there is new issue now. We get to do 173 million. So whether if ACC therefore look into that or not, is it? I wish I can get yes or no on this.
So
now I wish I can get yes or no on
Ivan, I don't make that abundantly clear. Repeatedly and resoundingly.
So should we have also let's say you don't make a yes when I look into
yes indeed this form part of the broad investigation.
So that means
no,
for clarity that means when I look into them.
Ivan, we also need for guide the public. Let the public know me.
So according to you,
that is why we're here.
What I'm saying,
the point where I make respond to you.
Yes, so the point
adequately. Now that first off, this has been consistent. We even with statements then from the 8th of May on to this point. So that yes, indeed, we don't comment investigations and we investigations them broad, but we cannot go into specifics because at this point now, we don't reach that threshold. What you need for make clear, and we don't make clear to the public. Indeed, we investigate the Koidu Holdings on broad issues of tax evasion, on issues of labor law.
On investigate the government as well on these claims we Koidu.
And like I say,
is this a yes or no?
The investigations
So we have a yes or no.
Investigations are not isolated. So if the evidence is, then what would they investigate for? Look at tax evasion. Did you pay taxes? So who you pay tax and also the investigations can drive we.
So what if in a situation get it turned around and say if NRA receive $173 million from Corridor Holdings, because now it's an accusation and ACC don't they talk about whistleblowing. I mean, they don't spark up this now. We give government 173 million. Alex, I wish I can get yes or no. Is it ACC? Therefore, look into this.
Then don't they support the investigation before this time? So these things that you're saying, some of these things made to the public, we get records of waiting. They don't they show as part of the evidence and as part of the investigation interviews, and what don't they do with them, including the president of Octia Limited. So we get all of those things in a record for the past 2 months where we investigate them on their issues there. So that's
you're not only investigate
whether they publish to the public and
for the safety of this conversation, we not only investigate Corridor Holdings. Thank you, we accept.
Yes, we don't investigate.
We not investigate government now on this one getting 73 million.
But why we have to be guided? Let we not misinform the public.
No, you're not misinforming. I'm just asking.
Exactly.
With clarity now. I'm coming. Alex, my point here is my point here is ACC don't investigate Corridor Holdings. True. Yes.
The investigation subsisting, ongoing.
Okay, it's still continuing.
Yes, it's an
ACC don't they investigate Corridor Holdings?
Absolutely.
Will ACC investigate the government of Sierra Leone?
And if the evidence is then informed, we say anybody, whether government or not, get hands in all of the issues that if at all it will be proven that the tax issues that definitely we investigate. And we've done that over the years. There are some records to show that. But again, maybe for some this up. One, we have to assure the public that all of the issues are an issue because we are disenchanted. So we have hundreds of
for me to sum this up, because another better time again, if Corridor Holdings get enough evidence for say they pay $173 million through NRA to the government of Sierra Leone, government will be investigated.
We are evidence-based institution, and the law provides.
Thank you.
If there are enough evidences, definitely they inform reactions.
Thank you very much, Alex. So you're listening to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick TV channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM, our Facebook live page at Epic Radio 99.3. We'll go for a short break. I will start for people to call them on 079-994-993. Stay tuned.
May I have your attention, please? Are you planning your next trip? Think Air Sierra Leone. If you're looking to travel to London or Lagos stress-free, visit us now number 2123 Siaka Stephen Street, Freetown. Air Sierra Leone now flies directly between Sierra Leone to the United Kingdom, as well as from Freetown to Lagos. 30,000 feet above the clouds, AirSL flies so high, departing from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. sharp from the Freetown International Airport. With tickets priced them we go fit you pockets. Book today. Now flysierraleone.com. For get quick chats with one of our attendants, call +232 90-838-071. Connecting Sierra Leone to the world. Fly with ease. Air Sierra Leone, our flag, our future.
Epic Radio 99.3.
If you work or they drive, you for always take care.
The Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority want for tell the public and then customer them, but then TSO where they don't decide. One, they not introduce one mobile workstation. When means say they go make arrangement for computer them, printer, license, bank, and all the thing them when necessary for process license, and then go put them at that mobile workstation there for make sure say the SLRA service you able for get them now you do much for bring the authority to the people. Two, they not activate one toll-free line 844 Africell. Citizen them can now use them for good road safety by way where they will call SLRSA toll-free 844 24 hours 7 days inside the week for report accidents, motorcar them where they can just left na street and the one them where can move down and any other thing where concern traffic. 3. In line with regulation 55.6 of the road traffic regulation 2011, all vehicles for get safety team them where one pan them na for state aid kits. 4. For drive motorcar wey no register and license dey against the Road Traffic Act 2007 and Road Traffic Regulation 2011. Dem go tell you wey go against the law for register and license that motorcar and say wey so pay fine before dem go left that motorcar. If you fail for take your motorcar wey dem seize, after 6 months you go forfeit am by court order and dem go auction am as e dey na Regulation 90 of the Road Traffic Regulation 2011. 5. If you fail for put triangle wey dey reflect na the front and back of the motorcar wey broke down wey you left na the road, na offence wey dey in line with section 1151 of the Road Traffic Act 2007. Dem go tow the motorcar and na you go bear that losses dey. SLRSA dey encourage all the one dem wey dey use the road for abide and act according to the road safety law and regulation dem. Members say with man talk and say ignorance of the law is no excuse. You get responsibility for act safe. We say we so get the right for protect people them where they use the road and make road safety good. For no more, feel free for meet SLRSA Public Relations Unit. Now then number yaso 076 858 635 075 197 896 076 112 323.
Epic Radio.
Now SLRSA bring this message to you.
The road not for you, so you for take time.
Don't let sending money overseas feel like you're sending to the moon. Slow and expensive. Now with AfriMoney and BNB, your money can go further than ever. It's as quick as sending a text. Use AfriMoney to send money overseas faster to over 10 countries, one account. Pay for your next big order, send money to your family, they'll receive it instantly on BNB anytime. Dial *161 *1# now. It's quick, convenient and easy with AfriMoney, powered by BNB.
Alright, and welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick TV Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM, and our Facebook Live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And are you looking for a fast and reliable means to send and receive funds that will take care of you? And source for foreign currency, long queues, thieves, and all other unforeseen circumstances or experience. How about sending funds directly into your fund? How about sending funds directly into your loved one's account or your account at the comfort of your home? And look no further, EcoBank has got you covered. You can now send and receive funds on your mobile, on your EcoBank app, EcoBank online, or any EcoBank branch. No need for make you visit to branch or acquire them. Just simply download the EcoBank mobile app, and of course your worries or concern or problem you get in terms of send or receive money go be solved. And most of the roof that we use now this country at times can give you problem then like leakages, complicated nails, mark, short lifespan, poor weather resistance, and more. Self-lock roofing sheets by JBS Industries are produced with advanced technology that guarantees no leakages, no nails mark, and of course they are the best for our weather and have long lifespan. Built with withstanding winds, sun, and wind with long or with lasting guarantee. So if you want for order, you can call them on 077-858132, 077-858132, or you can visit the factory at Mimi Drive, Liverpool Street, Benguma Road, Waterloo. And of course self-lock roofing sheets, guaranteed, and of course then build them special one for the toughest weather, Nasalone. And continue for the listen to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We'll shortly pick on our calls them. And with BNB Cash App, you can send and receive money anytime or any site with it at the world. You can download the BNB Cash App out today and on Google Play Store, or for Google Play Store, for Android users, or App Store for iPhone users. For any inquiries, you can call our customer service on 072 500 072 500 000. We'll start to pick on our calls now on 079 994 993. We'll get to first call online. Log online and pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, Epic Radio. This is B.W. Bokari.
Right.
I call from Twitter.
Alright, go ahead, Bokari.
Yes, honestly, my own opinion is that my brother Melvin, or is my brother, I know what I mean by what I say, my brother. This time around, Mr. Rachel, you know, will give the ACC man enough time for really explain the interjection by my brother. It changed the tune of the whole thing, you know. So I would have loved, really, let me brother give chance to the ACC when you ask some question instead of them undertone them, because any undertone we come, it's thing for the sack, you know.
Conversation, we reach out to Koidu Holdings, NRA as well, but they not respond to it. I mean, Melvin, as a journalist, don't they observe or don't they look at this issue from the one? I mean, don't they get in point and make it known to the public? So, one for know whether if ACC go look at the $173 million we Koidu Holdings say, then pay to government, to NRA. So I don't feel like the office of the First Lady is supposed to be part of this discussion, because you don't get anything for do with the First Lady. All right, to go online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Ivan, it's not Bumper from Kenya.
Bumper, go ahead.
Well, you see again, you understand the social corporate responsibility, Ivan, so not the non-constitutional. That then they will fulfill for their lives. So most of the people would expect to come here to do towards the community, they would do. Because when they pay royalty to go to them, most of them say they do this in a good way. We don't forget this OPA issue, we don't forget about what will happen prior to that London mining. It's no good, we lost under, serious money now lost. And today, we think you then come in here taking internationally soon towards people. We get experted, we have to say, na coming layers, we have to say, no, but then London, we have to look at the state of we. And then people in the there is a mining agreement where they will sign with the government. Now, I know some of them, they blame Parliament. Because Parliament, if not then they provide oversight to go on the side in this. Not then for all them coming here to work and try to address it. Minister no go able. NJZ no go able. If Parliament to come together to work this issue, enter in the security, government get to get a great law, like how we do for London mining. We make a Kayukalo the blue. Yes, you go say and say intensity. They said they right. But look at the issue where they say them count. Then you can inside them they do the payment. If you want in a place, think about the issue. No drag something. Parliament no for keep silence. Again, they look for this to what oversight. Now then they regulate. Now then they check. Then they will tell you nothing. Now Parliament for call First Lady and call Minister the interbook.
Thank you.
And say with the Okra coming, then they come. That's why we need to make about the drag so outside with the heavy steamer, not big law system, because they get some of mandate to what the mining. You can't stop them. When you stop them, they will see it.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. 079-994-993. Please, where you call, stay within 1 minute and make your point. And we'll go online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Bakar from Fomex.
Bakar from Fomex. Go ahead.
One thing why they say, let God bless your brother when I'm Melvin. This man, Adamic, they always say, you know, they try, they do bad. Even some of the people that we stand for their reality are with the talk. I mean, they suffer, they struggle, and they suspend them. The reason of that, I really blame the main opposition. Because if the main opposition stand and tin up for some of them realities there, like them Melvin they enlisting at all. You know, they even punish. So if them people here what they expect when at the ACC, instead of them people here put strength and put more blessing to this institute when at the ACC, you understand? Where Pakaba late president because this, no, it not mean bad. And the school might come from a president, he can endorse them. But the one they did this so now, you know, even 40 or past 40 years, we therefore don't try for let this thing independent, let this thing stand for itself. We they know they team up for defend government, stand for defend other people. Then we they see the kind of things and they happen. If they see first them, then they explain about corruption. Now now see we they see corruption now. They see us so live.
Okay.
Then people are saying they fight corruption. Let God continue for bless Melvin there. I mean, the people having the suffer, so then they still and they punish and life day.
Thank
May
you.
God bless them for this country.
Thank you so very much. 07999949993 07999949993 is the number to be part of the Epic Morning Show. Log online again and pick another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Morning, this is Namta from Central.
Namta, go ahead.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I want to tell you this is man plenty thank you. Then they are maybe initially say thank you, but could give the man chance, let them go explain. Because if you give a chance, it will interject too much. And when you talk, it will interject. So if you're not left when I say play, when I explain, that beneficial to the or to the talk so for the benefit of we. So who did this one benefit? Then I want to now attitude I want to black Boku thank you. I want to make one thing clear. This attitude of this administration. Bastard be sure to live to jihad and Aribakoli. Any complacency being kafara. So we continue for doing a good work.
Alright, I think we lost that caller there. 07999949993. Log online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Epic Radio. This is Nadauda, the call from Dwazak.
Padauda, good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. Myself, they joined somebody before this caller for maybe Boku Tenki. Now, so journalists, now so civil society group them for work, you know, not left sit down and they take advantage of somebody or an institution. The whole thing they own, ACC, they investigate Austria or Kwedu Holding because then they evade taxes. They know they pay their taxes. Kwedu Holding say, we now go ask NRA, the only government revenue collecting agency. We now go ask them, then go tell una say we don't pay $173 million. So I mean, we say all this question of we say Pami Boku Tenki where they tell Melvin Boku Tenki, which I not understand. Which Melvin they talk about 50i we could hold in pay, we don't pay this money, we now go ask NRA. Is it because they mistakenly call on government, we now go ask government, or we now go investigate government? Now NRA they collect money, they say we don't give them. So we say the people I come in, I go and maybe explain that they told me. The whole thing just look like draw rope, draw bush cannot turn. It will be very difficult for the boot play go back na tongue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Badawada. 07999949993. One for apologize. I think we'll get a little bit each with our connection there. Hello, log online again. And pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Morning, I'm inside. I call from Central.
Alright, please stay with you 1 minute. Go ahead.
First of all, maybe the diamonds were quite limited to property of the government of Sierra Leone. And the evaluation, we got an official Nigerian video when have been valued the diamonds out of the quantum that will determine what will be government tax. So that may not blame anybody for that. If government not going tax clearly, I will blame the people the way they represent government. But I want to again, waiting at the period, this $170 million. Then this 2019 audit, there were issues, procurement issues, overpricing, non-supply of goods. These are things where anti-corruption were looking into. But they're not doing. Instead they come, they refer to this is an office where we don't do for over the years. With that, not only the audit service we actually looking to, they're looking to the money where they use for this procurement with the flat procurement regulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. 07999949993 07999949993 is the number to be part of the Epic Morning Show. Log online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning. Come on, my TV or radio set. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Morning.
You know, me and Mr. Positive and critical think are calling from Botomango Wilberforce.
Alright, go ahead. Stay within 1 minute, yeah?
Yeah, so really the happening, you know, Sierra Leone, now the policies and the way how we don't plan, they make any jack and get into all kind of trash against the country. But making always they say this, The one that will be non-charged with the responsibility for me them govern this country, believe me, them policies the way them put in place, believe me, not be in the interest of Sierra Leoneans there. Because this kind of thing they happen in our country, you know they go now any other Africa country it happen. But now the way how they see the setup of the country, the one the way they run Lambo, the way they see them qualify for no to taxpayers money and the personal interest and the political party interest, but they're not there in the interest of the Israelis there. Now no hold on the line. Me and Mr. Positive and Critical Thinker calling for bottom and go with Baford.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Positive. 07994-993, you know the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. And when you call, please stay within 1 minute. So take a second to last caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Julius, good morning, Mama.
Good morning, Malaika. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I know actually we echo all the things we don't talk because it didn't pass official one go. What I say here, we are fully behind the First Lady for fighting for the rights of the citizens of this country, whether now official workers or whatever. But what we all did ask, why now? SEC they come up for investigate. Why they say they don't they investigate on the ground? Then when it comes to the matter of the First Lady, we don't see when they say like how Mr. Mr. Sadi they talk about issues where come up when they're supposed to investigate, then they go behind for talk about officials they don't exist. What thing I'm saying for investigate, for example, like one day they come up with someone who can buy fear na total when I connect now. I mean they say possibly the fear. Nobody know for fear. And the motorcade, it come up from Eco Junction, to Canada, the petrol station. Who do they pay for all that stuff here? Now, they want them to be safe for let them investigate. Them money they need. You know? Then, of course, nobody knows, everybody knows, say, anti-corruption will not self corrupt. Now, the instant, this cash transfer where them pay for gifts to poor people, anti-corruption in NAXA, they go to the north for go transfer cash. Anti-corruption and NAXA they connive and take bribe. Whether it should come up anti-corruption, they say they will investigate. Let's see the public know nothing. So now let's see how we want to know. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. 079-994-993. You will probably take one last lucky caller. 079-994-993. Last lucky caller. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Lee, the man of the moment. Okay. This issue about colleagues holding the government not treated seriously, I'm afraid. And it don't also expose, say, there is not coordination amongst the government authorities for provide the essential services for the people of Sierra Leone. 1,000 laid off workers, now security issue, I hope they are paying attention.
Okay, thank you very much. I think, well, that's it. We're not going to pick no more calls again. And start off with you, Melvin, quick one, low spend 1 minute because producer the signal me say tell not again.
Firstly, you get different types of conversation on the public. You get one way in a debate, because if you get a challenge on which you submit, you get duty for interject, and of course I've covered Parliament, I've watched Westminster. It's entertaining sometimes, yeah. Of course, we have to allow people to understand, but not to cry if people interject on
But that would be the actual side of it.
The FITI know that then they investigate you for allegations of undervaluing and blah blah blah. Then you are coming again for can say, well, investigate, say them money and they go. Technically, it's not about calling for an investigation. Technically, they were despising the government. So that's an insult in my opinion. On the ACC, of course, there are a lot of inconsistencies, and in this case, I repeat, let's just end on this quote. Basically, if you go now sleiti.gov.sl, there is on the background there is one paragraph, second to last paragraph, that talks about, I'll quote, and people that can go there and go find out. He said the recent EITI standard is the 2023 standard, which added 4 more initiatives such as energy transition, beneficial ownership, anti-corruption,
revenue mobilization, and social, environmental, and gender issues. So, from 2023, the ACC has been involved, and within the EITI Famulem, it's the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. Salonga Beyond Chapter, a global initiative.
Okay.
If you go to the website now, then give us, I think they give you figures for that data for 2022. But there is a report published in 2025 dealing with 2024 where Koidu oil insights. And if ACC is part of that body where they don't give clean of bill of health, this is a contention way for answer the sum up question whether ACC for investigate the 173 million or not.
Thank you.
They should not, because if they have been doing their work at the SLEITI diligently, they are supposed to be in a position that based on the work with SLEITI, even the SLEITI can assist the ACC for come out and say what has Koido said is true or not true. So ACC, they need to up their game.
Thank you very much. Alex, quick one.
Yes, if you would permit me, there are so many issues.
Yes, I know, but we are actually running out of time. I'll squeeze 1 minute for you.
Okay, so first off, somebody they ask, say, the Koidu Holdings, say we for ask NRA, and well, generally, maybe to even some of the things that were Melvin mentioned, these investigations, comprehensive investigations, where we don't comments, not to now. And so let the family then be assured that we committed as a commission for ensure so we look into this issue. And maybe something we critical also for mention of a response to one caller they talk say ACC and NAXA in this cash transfer. You see, this is very misleading. 2 days ago, we hold a stakeholders engagement, and now engagement with the commissioner called. And that engagement, they come about after we own ACC midterm review engagement, because we get a meeting with World Bank and other partners then. I tell you, this social safety net program here, then start and forth with them $1 million to $7 million, now na $42 million. Right. And they rate the ACC satisfactory because World Bank they send independent people in. So maybe for sum up the entire conversation, you see, important for let we know say now the commission we understand the weight where some of the issues they are carrying, but again and public expectation. But we need a compromise urgency for credibility, because the ACC we base on fact and not to noise. And justice now through a process and not to pressure. So we committed for investigate issues like this no matter how powerful you are. If you're powerful, you should comply to law. So regardless of how powerful you are, we committed for investigate fiercely, fairly, but of course dispassionately.
Thank you so very much, Alex, and thank you so much to our beautiful callers and listeners as well. And epic entertainment sport lined up for you. And today is the 29th day of May. I'll talk to you again on the 2nd of June. That is my birthday, so definitely there will be one carry. So I want to say I'll talk to you again on the 2nd of June. Till I talk to you on that particular day. My name is Evangelist Lee. Do you have yourself a wonderful and beautiful day. Marion George is all set for the second segment of the Epic Morning Show. Sport and entertainment lined up for you. Till then, bye bye.
Let's play.
Give thanks, man. Things don't change, things don't change.
The rain dey about for start. How sure you know say you roof dey? Say the only way that is unique na in own way. Now that make most of the roof zinc where we dey use they give us so many problems like leakage, broken nail mark, them band them we weak, we know the tail, we not able the weather condition, and broken other thing them. Now I get good news for you. JBS don't introduce safe lock roofing zinc them. Safe lock roofing zinc. Then they produce it with advanced technology we guarantee it don't get no leakage, no nail mark. Now the best for the weather and it will last long. The other good thing about safe lock roofing zinc, it even cheaper than the other roofing zinc them. Now the market. When you get your safe lock roofing zinc, they're every yen, and then one sun waking cherry eye, every breeze where they blow, no they scare you again.
I don't deal spend for roofing zinc them for the past years, and them all they fail me. Some they leak bad one, some they rust quick, and some ask for install. But ever since them introduced me to safe lock roofing zinc, all things don't change. Me home done safe and dry, and no more disappointment or boku stress.
Me office use for leak bad one anytime it rain.
Watakin flop, all about, and the damaged documents. And even equipment them, working cost me boku kopo. And this scheme frustrates me, and they cost me heavy one. But ever since I switched to self-lock roofing zinc, not even a single drop I the experience again. No more leakage and no more losses. Now the best roofing decision we I don't ever make.
I don't work with all kind of roofing zinc over the years, and most of them just not the last. Poor quality, the ask for install, and all time the client them they end up for callback and complain. But from where I don't know about self-lock roofing zinc, everything don't change. Them strong, easy for fix, and it last long. Now the only roofing zinc I dey recommend, and I believe I'm for work.
If you want for buy boku, call me na 077-858-132 or visit me na Wifatki na Mimi Drive, Liverpool Street, Bengima, Waterloo. Self-lock roofing zinc, it guarantee them bill am for salon tough weather.
Epic Radio.
You dey look for the best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 millions. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino games, card game, and boku other thing them. All them 1 year designed for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on sports events them like football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for give strength to the game. It easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card, but not forget for screenshot your account for use am later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard or Visa card. 1xBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One, and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you done a good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly.
Epic Radio.
1xBet, your world of betting.
May I have your attention, please? Are you planning your next trip? Think Air Sierra Leone. If you're looking to travel to London or Lagos stress-free, visit us now na number 2123 Siaka Stephen Street, Freetown. Air Sierra Leone flies directly between Sierra Leone to the United Kingdom, as well as from Freetown to Lagos. 30,000 feet above the clouds, Air SL flies so high, departing from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. sharp from the Freetown International Airport. With ticket price them we go fit you pockets. Book today. Now flysierraleone.com. For get quick chats with one of our attendants, call +232 90-838-071. Connecting Sierra Leone to the world. Fly with ease. Air Sierra Leone, our flag, our future.
1xBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at 1xbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to you Thursday edition of Sports Updates. And firstly, let me just kick off with the big updates as Ferdinand Oman Yala don't reveal say
it got abandoned in 2024 strategy where been backfire last year at the Paris Olympic Games. We all been say the athletes been get a very, very bad experience in the last games at the Olympic France. Jamaica national team don't seal them way through to the final of the Unity Cup after they be defeat Trinidad and Tobago. Now they go face Nigeria in the final. Well, Manchester United women's goalkeeper Mary Arbs don't resign from international football. Well, of course, he will make 53 appearances for the three Lionesses, and of course, he don't bow down for international football, but he will still play for Manchester women's team. The son of former Real Madrid coach Davide Ancelotti and Luka Modric don't held fresh talk with Rangers for a possible deal. We understand Davide Ancelotti might be the next coach for Rangers, and Luka Modric as well. They're on the verge for join. In basketball, Tracy Haliburton, now the first NBA player in the history for a drop 30-15-10 with a 0 turnover in a playoff game, and this now be really massive one. He will make 32 points. Now he make, and of course he get 15 assists.
Don't post about the side part of the song, so watch out for Carrie and song we go up in no time soon. Next up inside we update MXL Entertainment don't present a new song with Australian musician Lil Money. We feature in Top K in a song titled Me You Na You Yon. So you can go check that particular one out, being done by Top K and Lil Money. Next up inside we update All Important don't finally drop in long awaited song. Sorry, Ali Important don't wrong a long awaited song with titled Kabbalah. They out on all platforms. We all know what Kabbalah stand for. So in case you hear the word Kabbalah, just know say na some side way something very big day. Next up inside we update from the OG Prince Samza Entertainment don't present a new song by SI fast raising Afrobeat singer Sak the Amazing with the song titled You Well, featuring the career consultant with a crack twist. Well, you know say crack twist and the career consultants now, and there's so much in for Ram. And the next up inside we update the Evidence album not officially cost 3 million plays on Audio Mac. That tells you how much Sherlinians stream on Audio Mac, and also how his song they really don't cross border. That's a very big one. And last one inside we entertainment update. Calibag, who has been missing out on the big league, don't come back recently after waiting get for feature on Ray Boy in remix where he and SOSO link up. And we see say Calibag of himself, well, we say one of the biggest rappers them in town, like years back. We just lost now the limelight due to some issues we get with the management, but we're really happy back for see Calibag into the musical spot. So now all this we get for now inside we update with me Dictionary the Bonnet. Don't forget to say today by 4 o'clock we get the Epic Drive Time show with the Let's Chat, and also we'll run on from 4 to 6. Till then, those out.
About for start, I'm sure you know say you roof day. Say you know way that is unique na in your own way. Now that make most of the roof zinc where we they use they give us so many problems like leakage, boku nail mark, them band them we weak, we know the tail, we not able to weather condition, and boku other thing them. Now I get good news for you. JBS don't introduce self-lock roofing zinc them. Self-lock roofing zinc. Then they produce it with advanced technology we guarantee it don't get no leakage, no nail mark. Now the best for the weather and it will last long. The other good thing about self-lock roofing zinc, it even cheaper than the other roofing zinc them that the market. When you get to self-lock roofing zinc, they're everywhere, and then one sun waking cherry eye. Every breeze where they blow, no they scare you again.
I don't deal spend by roofing zinc them for the past years, and them all they fail me. Some can leak bad one, some they rust quick, and some ask for install. But ever since them introduced me to self-lock roofing zinc, all things don't change. Me home done safe and dry, and no more disappointment or boku stress.
Me office use for leak bad one. Anytime it rain, water can flop all about and they damage documents. and even equipment them working cost me boku kopo. And this can frustrate me and they cost me heavy one. But ever since I switched to self-lock roofing zinc, not for even a single drop I the experience again. No more leakage and no more losses. Now the best roofing decision we I don't ever make.
I don't work with all kind of roofing zinc over the years, and most of them just not the last. Poor quality, the ask for install, and all time the client them they end up for callback and complain. But from where I don't know about self-lock roofing zinc, everything don't change. Them strong, easy for fix, and it last long. Now the only roofing zinc I dey recommend, and I believe I'm for work.
If you want for buy boku, call me na 077-858-132 or visit me na we factory na Mimi Drive, Liverpool Street, Bengima Waterloo. Self-lock roofing zinc, it guarantee them bill am for salon tough weather.
May I have your attention, please? Are you planning your next trip? Think Air Sierra Leone. If you're looking to travel to London or Lagos stress-free, visit us now number 2123 Siaka Stephen Street, Freetown. Air Sierra Leone flies directly between Sierra Leone to the United Kingdom, as well as from Freetown to Lagos. 30,000 feet above the clouds, Air SL flies so high, departing from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. sharp from the Freetown International Airport. With ticket price them we go fit you pockets. Book today now flysierraleone.com. For get quick chats with one of our attendants, call +232 90-838-071. Connecting Sierra Leone to the world. Fly with ease. Air Sierra Leone, our flag, our future.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press. True, true.
The secret not to offend the meaning of life, but for use your life for make things way meaningful happen. Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you live on 99.3 FM, Slick TV, Channel 37, Choice FM, Radio Garden, and Surf on Facebook. Mina, your host, Marion Precious George. And inside the show this morning, Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs don't announce cabinet approval for the creation of 2 new districts them na the country. And as well, the Sierra Leone Roads Authority don't embark on demolition exercise na footpath them and the rights of way inside Freetown. All of the stories plus the review of various newspapers they inside the show this morning. And I call time for discuss these issues where I make mention of. I get my studio panelists them, John Abdullahi and Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya, and same also Usman Mara will go join me for discuss these issues. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Marion. Good morning, listeners, viewers.
So what is the most trending topic, Usman?
The most trending topic with 2 new districts, new city, and other townships in the country.
Okay, Abdullahi.
Yeah, good morning, listeners. Marion, good morning. The most trending. The district.
Okay.
It's like how, why, what it comes to that.
What about the Pavi Fort issue?
Well, that's not different issue.
Thank you very much. Good morning, listeners and viewers. I think we normally can say we consider about like a series now in which almost every day we wake you must see new something where they pop up. But I think we are up for it. We like we controversies and they happen because without controversies we barely know we get job for do. So as journalists, it's good that they give you more job for do.
Absolutely. Now to first issue inside the program this morning after the news, the review of newspapers gets to do the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs. We don't announce, the construction or the formation of new districts in the country and new cities in Africa as well. We go discuss that just after we review the front page headlines of various newspapers. And for that, we first take the Alco newspaper top story read: 1 in 3 children in Sierra Leone suffer from lead poisoning. New regulations target safer future. And another story: AFDB votes today. 5 candidates, 5 distinct visions for Africa's future. Another story: Minister Sano tells youth under Juba Bridge, your story is not over. And finally, a decade of transformation. Adesina bids emotional farewell at AFDB annual meeting. All of the stories and more you will get now the front page of the Alco newspaper this morning.
And on the front page of the exclusive newspaper, 25th to the 27th July, SLPP elects new executive. Of course, a photo there of the 3 executives. That's Lahai Lawrence Lima, Arman Sodumbuya, and Jimmy Batilo Songa. Also, the front page of the exclusive newspaper, I will liberate and unite Sierra Leone. That's according to Joseph Fitzgerald Kamara, an APC flag bearer candidate. All of the stories and more today at the exclusive newspaper.
Away from that, I take the satellite newspaper. A very big banner headline reads: as Sierra Leoneans keep speculating about who will succeed President Bio, APC Big Gun predicts VP Jules Dejalo presidency. You'll see a photo of Dr. Mohamed Jules Dejalo on the front page. And as well, Sierra Leone hosts 4th Aripo Heads of Intellectual Property Offices Conference. And also, Sierra Leone's energy sector lead launches 1 megawatt power plant construction at Jala University today. All of the stories and more you will get now the front page of the satellite newspaper this morning.
And on the Independent Observer's newspaper, Cabinet approved creation of new districts and cities. Local Government Minister Tambala Main said. ACC, NACSA and partners engaged to address gaps in PSS-NYE implementation, plus make criminal session. Lab represents 57 accused persons. All the stories and more today at the Independent Observer's newspaper.
Away from that, my final take now the Global Times newspaper top story: ECSL opens state-of-the-art media center. And also, veteran APC politician predicts VP Jules Dejalo presidency. And another story on the front page in reaction to IB Kagbo's article titled Jules Dejalo Breaking the Myth. And as well, Sierra Leone boost businesses, is NIB on the move. All of the stories and more you will get now the Global Times newspaper publication this morning. It seems as if the words or the article of Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, Honorable, the trend on some of the newspapers this morning, talking about VP or predicting that VP Jules Dejalo could be the next president or go be the one with the succeed Dr. Julius Maada Bio. I go just go through the story a bit where the satellite report and also Global Times report is say veteran journalist and senior opposition All People's Congress politician Alhaji Ibrahim Ben Kagbo has identified Vice President Dr. Mohamed Jules Dejalo as a strong contender for Sierra Leone's presidency in 2028. He go ahead and say Kagbo emphasized the importance of political experience, academic qualification, and loyalty to party, and state in selecting future leaders. That's not the words. And then say a highlight also say Dr. Jallo academic credential include BA from Fobe College, and MSc from the University of Ibadan, PhD from University of so many other qualifications. According to the report, APC Ibrahim bin Kabo Honorable say now some of the things we make Dr. VP Julia Jallo fit for the presidency come 2028. I'll start with Reginald on this particular or such statement coming from a senior politician from the APC.
Thank you very much. When I go through that particular publication, I've been kind of very much surprised because, like you say, the name IB Kagbo, everybody know now. A renowned name, particularly when it comes to the main opposition, All People's Congress, don't serve in various capacity. From the time when I've been journalist, until the time way he served as minister, from minister, serve as a member of parliament, don't serve as an advisor to the former president of the Republic, Anesbai Kuruma, and all. And for making it propagate such, Marion, I think it's very much interesting and all. And the same way I would enjoy Dilemma at the All People's Congress, I think that's the same way. Myself don't see few activities of individuals where maybe they hide the seat of the presidency or the flag bearer for the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party. We get AK-28, I think Ali Kaba also 20, instead of their own activities. Now, in fact, if you look at in TikTok, handle and other, handle them very much active. The chief minister, plenty of people they propagate that himself can be one of the people, and now the vice president as well. So I think we'll have to take a look at all of them and all. But if you take the track record of how the Sierra Leone People's Party done, the past vice president ranging from, of course, Jodembi under Pakaba in term, Solomon Ekuma Berewa serving as vice president, can contest against President Kuruma. Unfortunately, lost this election, and so I think we've not seen that smooth transition from the vice president to taking over from the president, particularly when it comes to the SLPP. But things then we can change. The fact that IB Kagbo they project Danny, well, I know maybe getting reasons as to why I do short, but it's just very much interesting. I will not be surprised to see more names for the Sierra Leone People's Party for a match. As then say they plan for go to the convention in 2026 after the national executive Congress or convention when we get this year. Next year as well will be a decisive year and also more names will come up, but I'm sure you're getting reason why they back the VP currently for succeeding boss when President Bill.
Usman, do you think that this now something where the APC go happy with getting such a prediction from a senior member of the APC?
Well, I think if you ask Honorable Ben Kagbo, we will tell you say perhaps get the loyalty we get at the APC before. We see many presidential candidates in the APC, for example, not being vocal about them for the presidency in 2028. But I think, say, as a senior member, we don't take at the realms of politics for a very long time now, predicting for, say, the Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julia Jallo, for be the next president of Sierra Leone come 2028. That is it's a big loss it's a big blow to the APC political party. But Reginald will talk just now, say we know they see the continuation of people in the next government when it comes
trusting the country to somebody who don't serve as vice president.
Yes, but we see I think they will get the backing of President Julius Maada Bio though. President Julius Maada Bio.
So you think so?
I think so.
Okay.
President Julius Maada Bio the last during the last election, we choose him again for being a running mate for 2023 presidential election. So if we see this momentum at the SLPP and we see the infighting they already happen at the APC, but the SLPP seems to be a bit quiet. Perhaps it's because they didn't have power, and President Julius Maada Bio is still head of the political party.
Yes, John, I also say VP Julia Jallo a very calm person. He's a very supportive person, perhaps now one of the reasons for such a prediction.
Well, if you make mention of that, that way, according to their own perspective, being calm, being this or that, okay, Lord watch out and say yes, not true. that no mean say if you being calm or like
supportive as
yes,
well.
you go be supportive or for make you go like for that kind of particular position. But if you watch at time in this way, watch at time in the APC side, you don't get so many contestants. They already come out say one for be, one for God, for a flag bearership or for stand for be a president. So many lists they come up. But all this while before this time, the Sierra Leone People's Party is somehow quiet. Rather than now, we they see like a particular note for VP say he want for contest or he go be the one who will succeed the president. Before somebody be the people there they think I say okay this chief minister need for go other people. But in this context, if they watch a time, then get the right decision.
Okay.
They get the right decision how of why the need for say VP Jude Jalo need for go for presidency.
Okay. Well, few months ago, if I can recall, there was this advice where Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kagbo began to the APC party during the time where they get in fight with Dr. Samura Kamara and other AFAF issues for make the party come together, for make them able for work collaboratively for able for succeed. Could this be the reason why Ibrahim Ben Kagbo the throw or support or they predict say VP Jules Jalo could be the next president of Sierra Leone? Could this be? That's a question I will left with the listeners. We move on to another issue inside the show as the Ministry of Local Government, or the Minister of Local Government to be specific, and Community Affairs don't announce cabinet approval of some certain changes in the creation of 2 new districts in the country, and as well you get new citizen inside Freetown. Well, it be said this inside one of the civic day of where the Ministry of Information and Civic Education organized whilst addressing some set of people about government plans as way for able to achieve them things here where they don't plan a cabinet in terms of getting 2 more new districts in the country, and also Freetown for get new other cities them. Well, make we listen to maybe explain exactly what then they about for do, and after it say parliament approval, it will become a reality in the country. Sierra Leone will get 2 new districts and other cities them. Make we listen to them.
From farm would then say we develop a cabinet paper with a proposal, and on the 2nd of April this year, cabinet actually approved that proposal there. Say, let we go ahead with the various activities. We go lead His Excellency the President. We're not the only person where they establish their localities, then let we establish new localities. I want to inform you, say this process it will affect Kenema, it will affect Kailahu. It will also affect Bo. It will affect Pujong. It will be say one net. You there inside Bo. The next moment when you grab the next morning, once President don't proclaim, you go there inside Bandajuma. The one moment you go there inside Pujong, you there inside Kenema. The President don't proclaim. The next moment you go there inside Banguma. Statistics, therefore they with we for make sure say the boundaries them. How we get for demarcate them boundaries then they Freetown, the need don't arise because of the population density and every other thing. For say we need for split Freetown so that we go create 2 cities. And that one they go happen. I also want for inform say we go also split Western Rural District into 3 areas, 3 councils. Additionally, I want for inform when I say because of Lunge in strategic position for the country in terms of Naingadi Airport and several other growth factors the way they happen around Lunge. We get for establish Lunge as a new city. Cabinet.
So those were the words of the Minister for Local Government and Community Affairs, Tambal Lamina, informing the public about the plans where the government get and waiting cabinet to approve for happen na various districts na the country. I will start with regional on this particular issue of splitting districts them into so if we get more districts, 2 more districts, and also splitting Freetown for make we get more cities.
I found them to be very much interesting, yeah. And I asked myself a question: is this actually what we need at this moment, and or do we need to expand the districts them? And if the answer is yes from the cabinet, because he already stated say cabinet to approve, we means that the first formal step down we all know gets to be tabled to Parliament get for discourse, the President could get for a pending signature, and it becomes now a law and all. Could this, another thought again, could this be the reason why the census was postponed? I mean, it's something again we'll have to take into consideration. Now, these two political parties in 2015, 16, 17 and all, we see during the tenure of President Ernest Baikoma, former President Ernest Baikoma, then from 2 districts, Falaba and Kayine districts, they're not been there. Now, when the Sierra Leone People's Party back long coming, and then side and they, of course, may say it is from the north and northwest part of the country, which gives more advantage to the opposition APC at that time. Now we are talking about 2 new districts.
They come out from,
of course,
the SLP stronghold.
One is coming from is it Pujang or Kenema Axis and all Panja?
Bo Bandajuma.
Yes, Bo Bandajuma and all. The minister say one night until you go sleep na Bo, then you wake na morning the president proclaim you find yourself na Bandajuma. That is very much interesting. And these areas are areas that are being occupied by the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party. So are they only doing this thing for get more political grounds? It's a question we need for ask ourselves. Or do they really do in the interest of the country? Is this something we need at this moment? I mean, I think it's high time we people that really rule whether you ministers, government officials, and begin for look at what the people of this country need now. I'm sure we get far more important things that we will pay attention to rather than thinking about expanding. These are very, very small and tiny areas with all due respect to how we and then you look at western area urban, splitting it to 3. It was 1 already, now it don't split into 2. Now we talk about splitting it into 3. If you ask yourself a question now, we feel say western area urban big or western area big for those splits into 3.
Even with a split, whose impact to the
exactly
at the end of
I think it just creates more weight into the wage bill, because the one in the way government get for go put certain developments and inside and they
perhaps then get their own councils.
Exactly, they get for get their own district headquarter town. You get for think about bringing in some facilities into there, because now not to chief domain again, that they can become a district headquarter town, that they can be added into the existing 16 districts will get. So for me, I they look at all of the implication and they look at the wage bill. You see IMF in fact don't cut all monetary funding to Sierra Leone, and we largely depend on donor funding them for make the country proceed. So all of this, they can be more burden to the people of this country. And also I think sometimes all they make decision, and also Lungi I think he say they can become a city now. So
yes,
I'm sure Mario on it, the minister really need for come and provide the public with more information, and then they can tell you as well whether the people that demand for an extension.
It was even not clearly stated as to why then decided for extend do the extension.
Information. It was only when they went for the civic day Namoyamba, and that's when they go and make this declaration.
Usman, what do you take regarding this particular issue?
So the many of us we did travel to Lunge. Now for go in the next maybe in the next month, because it's still cabinet to approve we still get parliament for really make sure they approve this, and President Julius Malema sign it into law. So for going to the new city Lunge, we only get ferries them for Gona Lunge. We don't get road for Gona Lunge, the new city of Lunge.
Yes.
So I think this
perhaps the bridge go meet the new city.
Marion, you don't see any signs like say bridge they come very soon.
Well, you never know. Maybe they part of the agreement say they go construct the bridge before the new city.
But however, now though, just like we Reginald said, this is very strategic for the government. Statistics Sierra Leone postponing the census until next year, 2026. Also get this new plan from the president, Julius Maada Bio.
Another question, quick one. I don't mean for interrupt you, but we are these plans part of President Bio in manifesto. Because it seems as if the government has shifted away from some of the manifesto promises and doing things that were not part of the manifesto promise. Like the Lunge Bridge, now one of the main promises President Bio in first term manifesto.
See memorandum of
understanding. And even we see contract agreements them and for construct the bridge, but since then we not only get information about the construction of Lunge Bridge.
Real things that people want to see on the ground. President Julius Maada Bio also be promised for say it make sure say and shows his youth man and the country get over 500,000 jobs since it come on power. Now we now the half of in term last term as president of Sierra Leone we don't see it don't achieve like 70% or 50% of that. But I think there are real things that people have to see on the grounds, not too new district. Just like Reginald say, this is very strategic for the government, the SLPP party. These are strongholds of the SLPP in the south and the east of the country, and this also means we will get new councils, them, new elections for these other places, them. And by the way, this will also blow out the wage bill, just like Reginald say.
Okay, so how big is Freetown? Because I'm more concerned about Freetown with me Sabi. How big is Freetown for make we can get a split of Freetown at this particular time, John?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Marion, how big? This is not a question. Yeah, and this could be. We believe say this question, go get a particular answer from the minister. The minister self need for response to this particular question. How big is Freetown for let Freetown go get, more cities? The one first will get, for make government able for handle them. They find it very difficult than you extend. Yeah. So in the area of the western side, for split into three, how you get for column? How you get for column? What's the other name they get for gam? Western waiting.
So how the extension get for take place now? Another question as well.
Yes.
Because we know so we move from one point to another. You get the peninsula. We move from one point to another. Now western area, rural district.
And urban. So waiting at the name they get for gam. Yes.
So Abdullah seem to be interested in the name.
In doing an extension now in the area of the district side. Let's take you back to the south side. Now this they say Panguma or Bandajuma.
Small land, a small city in Ghana, like Accra, for example, gets millions of people still get one local government. I mean, Freetown, partitioning Freetown into 4 or 5 or so, that's not going to help. We still get real issues there on the ground, so I think sitting for you, I work on.
Okay, and away from that topic, we'll look at another one before we open the phone call or the phone line. The Sierra Leone Roads Authority don't embark on demolition exercise of footpath right-of-ways across Freetown. And this starts now with one issue where we see happen na IMAT quite recently. Usai, them people also from the authority go demolish shops them and even pull bike riders them from the footpath and right-of-way because of a particular exercise where they carry out as part of the mandate. But make we listen to within the demolition exercise may get for how will be happen to be specific, and we go listen to Eugenia Van de French, Deputy Director General for SLRA, and Ibrahim Kamara, we are the chairman for business people in Ima Junction. We are raising concern about this demolition exercise. After that, we look at the issue proper one.
We did on demolition exercise for clear the right of way around Ima Junction because of the menace we will get from people that will obstruct, the pedestrian sidewalk and other utility facilities there along this corridor. And also you get an impact on road safety as well.
Okay, so in terms of this, when I don't they consult or inform the one that we occupy them place there?
Yes, we've been writing letters severally. We don't write letters them, we don't come, we don't do sensitization here. with megaphone together with the police, and some of the community people them. So we've been on getting deadline actually. So today will be the deadline for this particular area. And this is the exercise where we get for the continue at strategic locations from time to time as we move along.
Today be the deadline for what are the times? What are the time frame they be get? Wait today be the deadline for confirmed tourism.
Well, we've been on get about a few weeks actually. This now something we've been on the pan for several months actually, several years, But the challenge you get sometimes you will clear, then you see them begin come back. But what we want for do this time, we not only declare but they make sure so they monitor. So that every week we will come around and see if somebody want come back for can install something we're not supposed for did it, then we will clear them again. So that we make sure say this passage here free. Because we get a lot of students themselves when they go from big college there, then they can't map for Waka, then school begin them. Essentially the south side passing for Waka is not congested, so it's a problem actually.
So see exactly they happen when they demolish the structure there, how will they survive? On Tuesday, Saturday, SLRA can go in letter say we for left here either na Saturday day or the following day when I'm from Sunday to Monday. Sunday we therefore engage the director general. We can say okay, but we don't get problem for left na Yaso. But one thing, Yamakit's not there, and from here na Yaso we dey survive and take care of the family. If we can't pull in and I want to give us how we dey go, it go bad for we. So the man say they no get site for can we go make we tell us how we dey go. And I call me councillor. I say councillor na this time they go on, and we always say we dey pay with this then. So if this thing dey go on, then we know it's around. The councillor say they're not a part of this. He said this na SLRA, they're not a part of it because they don't try to negotiate for we with SLRA for me they left free force, me they fend who said they put me. He said SLRA say they not get that time. The American ambassador say they block out so they for clear we all na Yaso. So that move we on that very day we go see speaker shall we say, and they talk to the director general of SLRA for making able good time, make them see how they go fence how we go there. And he placed a call before we. He called the deputy director general because by then the director general and not be the tongue. He said, yeah, I understand so now I can pull with people in the Yaso. He said, but I go want make una angon for that. Say una go meet me than at Tuesday yesterday. Make you can meet me in the office, make I get meeting with now. He said, okay sir. So like yesterday we go meet Slipper around 6, but it's too late so we come. We never talk to you. He said, make we wait till this morning. Overnight now we meet at Unbroken shops them. These are the balance shops that we left with the pool so. Then say maybe we pull a Yaso for clean.
So regarding
So that now be the voice of the chairman for business people na IMAT Junction, Ibrahim Kamara, and also earlier you listened to Engineer Vandy French, Deputy Director General SLRA. Maybe they talk about why then decide for embark on the demolition exercise, but it make a point talking about getting a letter from the American ambassador telling them that the place don't be too cluster and people they give chance for the right of way and passages. So they talk to somebody on the phone for see or for know if not because of the ambassador rights to SLRA make they embark on this particular exercise, and all of those years people don't do business at a particular place they and bikes don't the park they in as much as we say now a right of way and also pedestrian footpaths. They talk to Melvin Scott from SLRA on the phone for comment on this particular issue. Good morning and welcome to the show, Melvin. Hello.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Okay. So the first question we had to ask now that the engineer Van de French make mention inside the interview will just place here, then get a letter from the ambassador from the American embassy say that place they don't become cluster, and perhaps now one of the reasons we make them involve or start the demolition at that particular place. Why SLRA say for wait till then get concern from authority like the American ambassador before una do wetin una supposed for do as per law?
No, that's not true. SLRA, they work independently. We don't engage them people, and they not to yesterday, not to last year, on so many occasions. 2-3 years ago, we don't engage them, and on they tell. And as Sierra Leoneans, we get to take time for deal with them and make sure they then digest the whole thing and plan their relocation to a better place. So we get forget engagement in and out. We don't talk to them. We don't tell them the essence. You go outside, you know, they see embassy, diplomatic area crowded like that. You understand? These places are secure places. You understand? And this, as a matter of fact, is a city. Even the road for you road user safety, you know, go be now the walkway, the pedestrian walkway, where you push them into the carriageway side, the car they pass for accident. We don't engage them for so long. So not to based on the American embassy request, make we do that one day. But we do one because we get a plan and we get a time frame.
But the chairman for the business people make mention say una no ever reach out to them, and the engineer make mention say una get a letter from the ambassador for the engineer where we reporter talk to engineer Van de French, deputy director general for SLRA.
Yeah. The epic waiting, but it's the deputy director general. What I'm saying, we have been engaging these people. We get letter to the effect. You understand? We get letter to the effect. We get engagement letter. We get even a verbal directive. We don't give them for a very long time.
This is not the only place where people they use footpath or right of way for do business, or bikes and they park outside pedestrian and then for pass. And now una don't embark on this particular demolition exercise na IMAT. Whose other area them where una don't go as for way for pull people them na the right of way?
It's the clearing. Let's change the word demolition. It's the clearing of the right of way.
Okay, whose other areas them una don't clear the right of way as
all diplomatic areas them will declare all in the Freetown municipality will declare all MDs environment will declare all. I just tell you now it don't start. It just unfortunate that it start at IMAT Junction and the Rue de la Paix roadway start from IMAT Junction to Leicester. We pass through the American Embassy. On the 7th of June, we go around Spur Loop because we have a lot of embassies and consulates and residents there. And on the 11th, we can Kiama Road and old railway line around Juri building and other government places. Them. So it's a process ongoing.
So I wanna go ensure say where una clear those places, people not do waiting then don't use for do for construct business places or put stable them na the right of way working even unblock pedestrian them most of the time.
Right. Okay. This is the reason why we don't engage them people for over 2 years. You understand? Because we will plan a mechanism in which we will ensure that what we do is sustainable. So now this time around, we don't get a monitoring team where they go around the areas then they on a weekly basis, twice a week they monitor say all where we don't clear, nobody encroach upon it again. So now that make we take it time for build a team with the police and other stakeholders like SLRSs and other and other people that are involved, so that we ensure that once they are cleared off the right of way, they never come back.
So when una start this process?
We start the process. It has taken a long time. We don't engage them. We don't do foot patrol with them. We don't hold
them. For taking the people out of the place, the clearing exercise. When it starts?
The clearing exercise starts yesterday. It starts.
So now IMAT no more una don't cover for now.
IMAT Junction and the Rue de la Paix road.
Who side that?
That goes through. That now the roadway start from IMAT Junction to Leicester.
How many hours una take for do that clearing exercise the way una no able for target other places that particular moment the way for make people and not think say na because the ambassador writes to una make una do the exercise yesterday.
Clearing of right of way is very difficult, especially the Rue de la Paix road. If you take to cognizance, it's not only kiosks, makeshift structures or container. Then get timber log and bush sticks then where then they sell it. So now that take with time a lot. You understand? It takes with time a lot because we want to ensure that all those timbers, all those bush sticks are removed. So we take a long time in doing that. We not just go for say we start something in our hand. We go there, we end up, we make sure say no bush stick, no timber is on the way.
Okay, thank you for talking to us this morning. In name na Melvin Scott from SLRA, and they comment about the clearing exercise where he say SLRA don't embark on, and then they start with IMAT, and for poor people them na the right of way and give access to pedestrians them. Well, we they open the phone line and take calls now 079994993. Now the number for call and make a contribution. We get to first caller on the phone. Good morning.
Good morning, Epic Radio. This is Nandauba, the call from Dwazak.
Go ahead.
Thank you. A surprise where Honorable I.B. Kabo, an APC veteran, not tell we would I go be the next president of APC. They can't choose president for SLPP. You know, I mean, me not go there as now. Then say then two and Manchester they play tomorrow. Then I say Manchester they beat Arsenal tomorrow. I mean, better sense not the inside that. We come to this, I mean, question of district, new district. Here is a country. Sometimes I can remember, I can snap there, they ask myself, for say God want pull Baraka, Sierra Leone. Some was the okay. Here is a country, a cash-strapped country. You know, we get how many 16 districts. Then we they go and anticipate for add more and more money spending per we country. One of the new districts, Namion Chiefdom, Panguma, Chiefdom headquarters. For go there from Kenima Pass, you use bike. You know, they use use motor. Road not there, water not there, light not there. How Panama go be cheap? I mean, district headquarters.
Thank you.
Thank you.
079994993 na the number for call and make a contribution inside the show. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we don't discuss range of issues this morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Epic Radio.
Your name outside the call from?
My name is Dawar Kuwanar. I call from a phone.
Go ahead.
Me contribution on the concern about the district of Adna Salon. You know, see, issues why need for do that. You see, governor in the country, instead of the creating for this million man against job, the other thing is good for job for the whole policy again. You know, see, no idea for that. So now me contribution on this.
Okay. 079994993. We'll take more calls inside the show, and after that we revert to the studio panelist. Hello.
Hello.
Your name outside the call form?
Yeah, Mario. Now, from today.
Yes, go ahead.
What I want to say is about IB Taco. Number one, you don't right before to the APC. Say, in the one in 2028, he said the need for work with Dr. Kamara. Is it because it constitutes?
Hello. Hello. 07999949993. Now the number for call inside the show. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
You name outside the call from? Yeah, go ahead.
America, the democratic young democratic people they don't come. You know even when it is right, you like to know America that the American ambassador, if that happens to them, you don't like to show you really believe. You should possible to meet the background can enter the fight. You come guys, we pay you like people calculate, we pay everything that they don't make you. They say no more book for anything. You don't go big, you don't spend money, they spend the big. If you hear that some people they are even take for feed their family, feed their workers, you don't get nothing when they do for people. When you go to the England, inside the occupy, look the kind language, when England occupy under, this kind language is occupy under, when this is the same thing, na so it is why that they say you go put in India na the first thing when I get it fine.
07999949993. We'll take a few more calls inside the show and the program this morning. Hello, you name us any call?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I call from the other.
Go ahead.
Well, like, in terms of this demolition at the IMA junction, then just one for seize advantage by the people and people in the struggle and then they can demolish. The two them for don't do the misbehavior at the junction, now the bike man them. The bike man they park anyhow. When you drive the bend on that side you meet them park recklessly. When you talk them cost you. Now the bike man for don't ferry out for discipline and put them under control. But
okay. Yeah, thank you. 07999949993. We'll take a few more calls and end the show this morning. Hello.
Hello.
You never said the call from.
Concerned citizen from Godrich.
Go ahead.
Yes, please. This district additional of districts districts in the country. You know that they tell me, they say Sierra Leoneans, then we the bookman, then now we don't dwell this country. Metal man they educate for you make your country.
Hello.
Dwell the country. The district, the 16 district will get first. We you know he will take care of that one day. Then we can add another one. Not to add more source to injury. So to me, I don't see no sense that for political gain no more. Let them people there then continue for the gentry on top of it. But God will pay them, inshallah. Thank you very much.
07999949993 the number for call and make a contribution. We take two more calls. Hello.
Hello, Epic Radio.
Go ahead. You name outside the call from?
Mina Mohammed at the call from Shell.
Okay.
Anyway, this nowadays, an office if a journalist then they help situation in this country. Yeah? This government been they try for talk about Lungi. At the same this radio station people then they call say no, not to Sierra Leone and them priority this, no, not to help this, what do they want, then them for do. Now they say then they create new city in Lungi. Now they don't talk about Lungi Bridge. Any development will come for the day. If you not benefit this moment, the next time it go benefiting for you.
Hello.
School na Pretoria or na Sierra Leone, where all children dey like possess some facility before they go school. But when they go along now, say they get all the facility the way they get. Even Pretoria now all road good, where Pretoria itself now light there or water. No, una left for Hamburg government. Now una
make a comment and not attack anybody, please. Yeah, you don't make a comment without calling people's name or attacking anybody, please. Now so then they do inside the show. You dey make a comment with the give chance for talk to you and for talk, but don't call names. Yeah. Hello, you name outside the call from.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Mario Nabumpa na line.
Yes, yeah.
Within me in the sea, number one, it's about this issue of this sensor. We will say that before this tax sensor, they can this boundary delimitation. And we know all these sensors to demand always go boundary delimitation. And we not forget to we see the inside of land business happen between Kabbalah side. It don't matter what in the deeper. And the issue about what in the more golden because what will happen, two know for it. Now that we can create order, we are facing no good for which the issue of ID card we speak volume, we see that because ID card we don't advise the CPCC. Everything will win 2020 without Samura. We say the need to work with Samura so that the party will work at it. If you see in the advice the party will go through. If you see in the right, so must not say now people of experience and not forget to still a journalist. It's still the edit in newspaper. So if you see in the talk again of experience.
Okay, thank you.
Tomorrow. Thank you.
We'll not take any more calls again. We'll wrap up in few seconds. Just few seconds. I'll start with Reginald.
Yeah, I think I'll listen to the callers. I think what we are doing here is literally playing the role for ask questions and hold government accountable. and all, because we they also we represent the people them out there, and we are the voice of the people them out there. So I mean, to send some, we know they talk this for favor.
Yeah, people can frown at things say in order in their favor. That's what we I don't learn over the years.
Exactly. So if the person will listen, well, particularly when it comes to this about these two new districts, I start my analysis back from 2015, 16, 17 when the former president Ernest Bai Koroma had asked questions. So meaning that we don't ask previous government in question, and we will continue to ask questions. Okay. And also I think with this yours for we Sierra Leone, it's the bigger picture, no political party.
There is this caller.
Get certain people there
is this caller we talk about Olunge Bridge saying journalists don't bash at the government say then get other priority areas rather than the bridge. Now we are calling on the government again for the same bridge.
Last year there was a press release issued out, of course you are aware, from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education confirming that work will commence so not so we write some. This is from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. That press release was out for the public domain, and then say work they go on, then they get work. So again, that is not we put on anybody manifesto.
Okay.
It was in that document, and the manifesto was a public document, and public got access to it. So I think with these few words, I just want to tell Sierra Leoneans them, let interest be the country rather than political party. It can be party A or party B, but let's Salone the first. After Salone, you can consider a political party.
Yes.
For be second.
Okay.
Thank you.
Usman.
Yeah, I think say now responsibilities as a journalist for hold government accountable with regards to them policies and things that they do at the country. So with regards to SLRA, say this then demolition, just like we traders them say, it is important for make sure we get a second option. I mean, if they oust them out of what particular area, you will get second option for them for resettle. So that's very, very important, and I hope so this will continue, because there are many places in this city we always cluster where they affect pedestrians them every day. Just like we people also talk about, maybe it's because the ambassador request for this. Because I think it's not the ambassador at the first post we go don't tell and say the need for settle this kind of issues in the streets of Freetown for these people with the cluster, the businessman in the cluster, the streets of Freetown. So with regards to these two new districts, we'll continue to cover the story in the subsequent programs.
Okay.
But as many people are is concerned that people will be in support of this, people will condemn this move by the government.
Thank you, John.
All right, thank you very much, Mario. So in the area of this, get somebody to bash at with the journalists them. So we just believe say we as journalists them we work for the people where we mean say journalism for altruism, not for we say for the work we advocate, we talk for people out there. We believe say anything we should they talk not the right thing and want for let the right thing happen. So if we make mention of Lunge Bridge or somebody they say we not the same people will be should I get the last thing they talk about the bridge, maybe that was another issue and this not different issue. The way how issue come now so they take handle them. Yeah, so in the area of the district, just the hope say all the things that were necessary for make a district able fit forget. We believe say the need for considering things then they water, electricity or whatsoever we fit say the need forget a district. In the area of the SLRA, the road safety. So what the need for the need for make a provision? Go tell me say la comotia them make provision for me for make I get other side. So and they make mention say that they pay dues them. They get dues the way they pay. So the need for make provision. Even SLRA need for the work with council. Because if council knows say this is not a right of way, then people don't need for sell the way they can collect due to people where they sell the SLRA, the way they can self can put people come out there. Why? So the need for the work towards go to work together, so they're able for know who side. So we just hope say this particular demolition, where they do so, where the man calls in a clearing. So the need for continue for the do then particular exercise that in other different side them. So that's how I want to left.
Thank you, John Abdullahi and Reginald Brian Ojukutusoya and Usman Mara for joining the panel this morning. Now all this we get time for inside the Epic Morning Show for today. Thanks to everybody who make the show possible. DJ B Shogi with technical support inside the studio, and Abubakar Bendu and Soisi Semekuna live on Facebook. To CD and the rest of the guys now the Slick Television Control Room, thank you so much. The producers of the show now James Kamaramane and the Reginald Brian Ojukutusoya, executive producer Teresa Thomas. Until tomorrow we will go join you again with a review segment or session of the Epic Morning Show. Marion Precious George say have a beautiful day and tata.